for joining me today. My name is Cristal, and I'm the director for Santa Teresita Youth Conference Center here at the Retreat House. So I'm really excited to share with you guys that this is the year of Saint Joseph. I really look to him to find a way to sainthood. I think he is an extraordinary example. So I want to share with you a story that I share often with the young teens that come through campus, and it's about my calling to be a youth minister. I was asked very young if I wanted to be the youth minister for my parish. And I said yes. I was excited, I was ready, I was nervous, but I was all for it. I remember that there was a leader, a parish leader, that came up to me and said, "Wow, I heard that you're going to be the new youth minister." And I said, "Yes, I'm really excited." And she said, "Well, you know what that means, right?" And I looked at her and I said, "What does that mean?" And she said, "Well, that means that now that you're serving the Lord, you're going to be tested a lot more." And I remember panicking. The first thing I remember thinking was, "God, how can you allow me to feel suffering and pain and being tested if all I want to do is serve you?" And I really, for the first time since I said yes to the Lord, I thought about quitting. I got scared and nervous, and I didn't know if I wanted to do it anymore. And while I was thinking that, I remembered my first day in orientation for college and how the counselor asked me what I wanted to do, what was my career. And when I told her, she said, "Great, here's a roadmap, it's all you'll need." And a roadmap was all the information that I needed to have, all the classes that I needed to take, and all the credits that I needed to complete in order to graduate. And I thought, how great would it be if there was a roadmap to how to be a youth minister, how to be a good servant of God, how to reach sainthood. On December 8th of last year, Pope Francis announced that this would be the year of Saint Joseph. I was really excited to hear that this was the year of Saint Joseph because I really look to him for intercession and inspiration. I think he does an amazing job as teaching us how to be humble and ordinary and do extraordinary things with what we have. What I admire the most about Saint Joseph is how he is obedient and accepting of his role and courageous. Regardless of the circumstances, he does what he is called to do within his capacity. Pope Francis does a great job at describing this, so I want to read that to you. Pope Francis says, "Saint Joseph as a man goes unnoticed, a daily discreet and a hidden present, but plays an important role in the history of salvation." I thought that was beautifully said. Pope Francis also reminds us about something very specific that is related to the personality of Saint Joseph. And he says this, he says, especially during this COVID-19 pandemic, it's important to see the great talents and gifts in the ordinary people that do things without being asked to be recognized. And these are ordinary people who, through far from the limelight, exercise patience and offer hope every day. And I thought that was really wonderful. And so I strive to have a little bit of that ordinary in me that God saw in Saint Joseph. I aspire to that. I am an ordinary person with ordinary talents, maybe some ordinary gifts, but I hope that God can take that and make extraordinary tools so that I can serve the people of God. There's something else that Pope Francis shares with us that I really like that I want to share with you, and he says this. Pope Francis tells us how Saint Joseph's spiritual path is not one that explains but accepts. And I love that it means that Saint Joseph didn't resign to what he was called to do, but instead he was proactive. And that's amazing, proactive. He was courageous in answering his call to serve the Lord. And his gift of fortitude allowed him to be courageous, allowed him to be able to go through his vocation with all the disappointments that came, and not because of what he chose to do, not because he chose to serve God, but because of the circumstances of the world. If I could tell my 18-year-old self anything, it would be this: to be brave, to have courage, to serve God wholeheartedly, and to know that there will be challenges and there will be days harder than others, but that you're not alone. So today I offer God my ordinary life, my ordinary ways, and my ordinary gifts. And when there are days that I feel overwhelmed and that I can't do what I'm being called to do, or that I can't serve God the way He needs me to serve Him, I look to another one of my favorite saints, and that's Saint Therese of Lisieux. She reminds me that in my own way, I can do small things with great love. And so on days that I feel like I'm not doing enough, or I can't go out and tell the whole world about the Lord, or I can't go out and meet with the young teens of our diocese, or just join with my community, I try to do small things that will please the Lord. Simple things that we can all do every day. Helping our neighbors, helping our friends, helping a stranger. The last thing I want to share with you is a book that has inspired me to find little ways in which I can serve God. And so this book is called 12 Little Ways to Transform Your Heart. One of my favorite. If you have time, if you're looking for something, I encourage you to read this book. It's an amazing spiritual journey, and it really has helped me grow in the ways in which I can continue to serve God, even within my own small space. I'd like to end this moment with you with a prayer that Pope Francis has encouraged us to pray as a community. Hail, guardian of the Redeemer, spouse of the Blessed Virgin Mary. To you God entrusted His only Son. In you Mary placed her trust. With you Christ became a man. Blessed Joseph, to us too, show yourself a father and a guide in the path of life. Obtain for us grace, mercy, and courage, and defend us from every evil. Amen. Blessings on your week. Really excited. Will we get to be together again in community, and we can't wait to have you all here at the Retreat Center. Thank you.